Hi, my name is Ruslan Khisameyev. I'm an author of 8 Steps to Financial Freedom book. Whilst writing this book, I actually met Igor Vasilyev, who is a businessman, investor, and educator. So here's my first question to Igor. Igor, what kind of businesses have you been involved in? What kind of investments do you do, and also what kind of education do you actually provide?
Okay, I've been involved in businesses since age of 18 years of age, and I really love that area. Despite I have medical degree, after that, while I was a student, I already established my first company. Okay, then I moved to Ireland, then I get a business degree, I received MBA, and then I started to invest. First I started to invest in property, and then I started to invest in stock market. And stock market, it would be my preference, so I prefer to invest in stock market.
Okay, what kind of education do you provide?
At the moment, I provide mostly my education in stock investment. I teach how safely invest in stock market because I know a lot of people try to invest and they lose money while they're doing that, and a lot of people go into stock market without actually any education at all. So I provide not only support regarding getting information, but actually post support when people already done courses and continuous education and support while they invest through helping people to go through and organizing investment clubs and jointly invest in the stock market.
Okay, let me ask you this very important question. Many people think that investment in stocks is very risky. What have you got to say in relationship?
That's absolutely true. It's very risky, and but why it's risky? Usually, when people say me that, I ask them a few questions. When people say that, okay, I lost money in the stock market, first question is, why did you buy that stock? Very often people don't answer that. The second question, what was your strategy? What did you plan to do actually when you bought that stock? And the third question, what was your exit strategy? What if the first plan didn't work, what would you do? Most of people, they wouldn't answer questions and wouldn't give any answers, and that's the reason why they are not successful. Because it's same if you decided to invest in a property and you go and buy any property on the market, you wouldn't be probably successful because you would buy the most expensive stock or property. You wouldn't probably robbed by estate agents or something like that. So you have to be prepared before you invest in the stock market. And my education, our education, built in a way that first we teach people how to analyze the company, how to actually choose out from the 30,000 companies, only 5 or 10 companies which are good for investment. And it's not only looking at the quality, but also on the price. Because sometimes very good, fantastic companies, they are not good investment at all. Because the most important, you make money when you actually buying stock, not when you're selling stock. So you have to look at the bargain price before you buy the stock. Also, in addition to that, to capital growth, we teach how to generate monthly income using strategies like renting shares. I will call it, but it's call option. And people say that option is dangerous, and it's true if you don't know what you do. So we teach that and cover in our courses as well. Also, we teach the strategy how you actually can insure your shares, because most of people even don't know that you can insure your shares. If you have a stock, you can insure it for a small percentage, and even if the stock collapses from $50 to $1, you can get your money back. And if you use this strategy, you're pretty secure. Same as insurance for property.
Obviously, Igor, your education is investing in stocks, right?
Yeah.
Do you invest in anything else other than stocks?
Yeah, of course, because I have my own business and it's running, so I'm planning to develop a few more businesses. Also, I invest in property. I have few properties and I'm going to keep them. And also, I have stock investment, but my preference in stock, I'll explain the reason. First of all, stock is more flexible. You can sell stock anytime you want. So if I need cash, I can do it instantly within a minute, and next day I will have money on my bank account. Okay. Secondly, it's very flexible compared with the property. So if I decide to sell property, it would take months and months. And if I need only 5,000 or 10,000, I would have to sell the whole property, which is not wise to do. Whereas with stock market, I can do it Pretty simple.
Okay, all right. Let me ask you this very important question. Why would any person listening or watching this presentation would come to you to receive your education? Why not to somebody else? There are plenty of courses out there. I want to know exactly how your education is different to education of other specialists on stocks or equities.
Okay, that's a very interesting question, and I'm sure there are plenty of people who teach and teach pretty well, and they give good strategies. I can be only responsible for what I teach, and it's not my strategy. It's strategy which actually taken from the most successful investors in the world. We use strategy like John Templeton, Warren Buffett, Benjamin Graham. We look at the value investors. So people who, the most successful people in the world, Warren Buffett, he's the richest person. He started investment from $100. We are not traders. We don't teach people how to trade on a daily basis. It's a long-term view on your financial situation, on your financial goals. That's what we teach. But also, we're not just provide the education. We support people after education, and we do it through establishing clubs. People get together, and they put small amount of money, and they start investing. And that's the very important step, because that's where a lot of people fail. They get through education, they get knowledge, but actually to create the first step, that's where the difficult part is. And that's where we help people. And clubs supported by our organization until they're successful. And when the person who joined the club kind of feel confident, after that they start investing on their own. That's our strategy.
Igor, I have another question to you. What's the difference between traders and investors? Because you mentioned those two.
Okay, traders, it's those people who look at the profit, short profit. So they buy stock and they sell stock. Sometimes they wouldn't even look at the quality of the company, because sometimes they keep stock only a few minutes. They buy and they sell. So they're not looking at what kind of profit in the company, what's the plan of the company. And they have to look at the screen of the computer practically every day. Mostly my students, those people who already high income, like incomers, like doctors, lawyers, people with a lot of money, but they don't know how to invest. They're not going to sit in front of computer all day, because they have another business to do. Our strategy, let them do it, and they have to look at their portfolio maybe twice a month. And they spend less than 2 hours a month actually to implement those strategies.
Okay, you're saying that investment in stocks is risky. How I can minimize that risk if I decide to go ahead and invest?
First of all, you have to learn. You have to invest in a company which you definitely understand, and which you, after analyzing, believe that it's good quality company, and that the price of this company is on a bargain at the moment, on a sale. And then you have to insure this company unless you were wrong, and the company will go down. That would be the advice. But first, it starts from education and learn how it works.
Okay, so for people who are watching this presentation right now, what would be your most valuable advice to them?
Learn.
Learn. Yeah. What kind of action they can take in order to advance themselves?
So if you're watching this video and you see the link, just click on the link and get more information about it.
Thank you very much, Igor.